Most spiritual paths don't begin where people think they do. They don't begin with enlightenment. They don't begin with visions. They don't begin with downloads or realizations. They begin in the nervous system. And almost no one tells you that. You can read all the books. You can meditate for years. You can have real, genuine experiences of expansion. But eventually, all paths lead here to body, to regulation, to capacity. This is the part that doesn't look mystical. This is the part that doesn't sell well. And this is the part where people quietly drop out at. Because awakening doesn't just open your mind, it destabilizes your relationships. Suddenly, the dynamics that were held together by tension stop working. You're not available for the chaos like you used to, and you don't react like you used to. And people who relied on that reaction can feel it. I didn't confront anyone. I didn't cut anyone off. I didn't make any declarations. I just stopped lending my nervous system to chaos. And when I stopped reacting, some relationships just lost their language. When I stopped being available for my mom and my sister's drama and chaos, the relationship had nothing to anchor onto. I don't resonate with my extended family as I used to. There's no conflict. There's just no coherence. And some friendships faded too. When I stopped feeding intensity, performance, and spectacle, the connection simply completed itself. Not everyone leaves you because you're too awake or too spiritual. Some leave because your nervous system just stops feeding the old loop. Not gonna lie, that can feel lonely. It can feel like loss. It can feel like you did something wrong. You didn't. You changed your baseline. And another thing that no one prepares you for is once the work becomes real, it gets boring. Not empty, just boring. No fireworks, there's no constant insight, there's no sense of becoming special. It's repetition, rest, boundaries, saying no, not over explaining, or just simply stop explaining, and letting your body catch up to what the mind already knows. Fantasy spirituality keeps you stimulated, embodiment makes you steady. And steadiness doesn't give you dopamine hits. It gives clarity and authenticity. This is where spiritual bypassing usually sneaks in. Not because people are dishonest, but because bypassing feels productive. Talking about healing instead of resting. Chasing insight instead of increasing capacity. Reframing pain instead of letting the body discharge it. Because these terms hit me with blank meaning at first, I'm going to explain what I mean by increasing capacity. That's expanding how much sensation, emotion, and complexity that your nervous system can hold before it goes into reaction and shutdown. And spiritual bypassing is when we try to think, meditate, or ascend our way out of feelings that actually need to be felt and integrated. Capacity building, it's slower. It's like building a muscle, but your reps are naps, routines, fewer opinions, and more pauses. And it doesn't make for dramatic content. But it's the difference between knowing something and being able to live it. One of the strangest moments on this path is when peace finally shows up and you don't trust it. Your system scans for what's wrong. It feels restless and you feel suspicious. It's like you almost want a problem back. That's not your intuition. That's your nervous system that learns safety through activation. If chaos was familiar, calm feels foreign. If vigilance kept you alive, rest feels irresponsible. And when peace arrives, the body says, this can't be right. Nothing has gone wrong, you're just retraining something very old. And that's why the nervous system is the real initiation. Not because it's glamorous, but because nothing bypasses it. You can't think your way out of it, you can't manifest around it, and you can't spiritually explain it into submission. You have to build capacity to be okay. And that changes everything. Your relationships, your creativity, your sense of time, and your sense of self. And not by force, but by familiarity. If you're in a phase where things are feeling quiet and you're less reactive and there's less feeling of urgency, you're not stuck. You're integrating. And that may be the most advanced phase that there is. Now, if this resonates, take it slow. Nothing here requires effort, just permission. Now, in the next episode, I'm going to be demystifying mysticism a bit if you're interested in that. I hope to see you next week. If you like supporting this channel, I got a coffee link in the description. Until then, stay sovereign and stay weird. See you guys.